you have to look at the data, and first, before you even share it, you have to classify it. And you have to say, okay, what's this data used for, and how valuable is it, right? And I think a lot of people have a tendency to overclassify data, and I think you need to really take a quick hard look at setting up the classification of that data. So some people might say, and there's really no good guidelines. I'll take our cyber hygiene data for example, how we classify it and stuff. It's publicly accessible information in my mind. So we're scanning systems that are out on the internet. So anybody can do that. We just happen to do it so people can save time by breaking into us and getting our data. But that data is freely accessible to anybody on the internet that can take the time and do that and buy a server and just scan. So how would you classify that? And some people say, well, that should be secret or top secret. But if you look at it, it's publicly accessible information that anybody could collect. So let's not overclassify it. Let's classify it at a sensitive level, but let's be able to share it. Let's be able to share it to almost everybody in DHS or the agencies that need it. And maybe we can make some non-attributable. So how do you take that data? And now I have data from 100 different agencies. How do I make it non-attributable and take the labels off of who it belongs to? And then I could share it to anybody, because you won't know who it belongs to. I could say, hey, we've scanned 700 companies and we found 5,000 Unix boxes. Oh, that's interesting. Of those 5,000 Unix boxes, 40 of them are running Apache servers that are out of date. So it's great information, it's great classification information, but we're not revealing the end user. So you have to take that data in, not overclassify it, and then even set up almost like service level agreements. So this is my data. Here's how you can use it. I'll share it with you under these parameters. You can use it. You can't tell people where you got it from, or you can't say, hey, this data belongs to this agency here, and we're going to put them on reprimand. That's not what the data is meant for. So classify the data, set up SLAs and MOUs on how the data can be used, and then share it out. In the world changes so fast that the data today, it might be good for a historical point of view, but in 3 weeks it might be just totally useless. So how do you classify that? And then the classification guides aren't meant to keep up and change the classifications that quick, So if I say one day it's SBU and then it's secret and top secret, it might take a year to make those changes, right? Where the information lost its value 50 weeks ago. So you got to be sensitive of all these issues and before you classify, and that's how we handle it.